My wonderful people, my darling people, Osetigo. Finally, Canada has spoken at last. In fact, it's been long, rumor every year. Canada is going to do this. Canada will ban international students. Now it is out in the open. Canada has finally openly said it that they don't want international students anymore for now. They don't want more international students. I'm going to allow you to watch the full video of the announcement made by the Minister of Immigration. Okay, you will hear him. Canada is a bilingual country, like you know, they speak English and French. But don't worry, I'm here for you. Okay, I will allow you to watch the video. We'll watch the video together, and I will explain some things to you in case he said it in French and you don't understand very well. Oh yeah, let's listen to the man himself. The reason why Canada is doing this is also obvious, of which you know I've been telling you on this channel. See, these people, they've taken enough. They've chewed, they've beaten more than they can chew. Okay, so let's go straight without wasting much of your time. Let's go and watch the minister himself. Okay, minister, yeah, talk to us. Talk to us. Minister, where are you? Okay, minister says, let me start it. No? What's happening?
Canada's roulette. Sadly, this has not always been the case. Et que le Canada conserve sa réputation mondiale portée. International students are a valuable asset to this country. They are bright, young individuals that enrich our communities and bring significant social, cultural, and economic benefits. They deserve the best. They deserve world-class academic experiences that they sought out and hoped for. And Canada is renowned for that. Sadly, this has not always been the case. Pour que ces avantages perdurent et que le Canada conserve sa réputation mondiale, nous devons nous attaquer aux problèmes récents qui ont rendu certains étudiants vulnérables et ont porté atteinte à l'intégrité de notre programme pour les étudiants internationaux.
Okay, so let me pause it here and to explain to you that French that he spoke. You know, initially he said that Canada is a renowned country for quality education. I'm going to just simplify it for you. Canada is a renowned country for quality education, but unfortunately they are losing it because they open their doors for international students to come in. Certain institutions, certain individuals have taken advantage of it, hijacked it, in fact. Okay, and so what is happening in Canada now, you will be shocked to see the quality, the places they call DLI, yes, designated learning institutes, the places you just imagine. So that is one of the reasons Canada is losing it. The quality of education, the infrastructure they have on ground is not taking care of the number of students they have right now. Okay, so let's go on.
Pour que ces avantages perdurent et que le Canada conserve sa réputation mondiale, nous devons nous attaquer aux problèmes récents qui ont rendu certains étudiants vulnérables et ont porté atteinte à l'intégrité de notre programme pour les étudiants internationaux. It's unacceptable that some private institutions have taken advantage of international students by operating under-resourced campuses, lacking supports for students, and charging high tuition fees, all the while significantly increasing their intake of international students. Cette augmentation rapide exerce également une pression sur le logement les soins de santé et d'autres services. Si la réglementation des établissements d'enseignement relève des provinces et des territoires, certains d'entre eux ont laissé perdurer ce phénomène inacceptable pendant trop longtemps. Today, I am announcing.
So before he announces, he says some things in French, which you didn't hear. He said this increase, this overwhelming number of international students is also affecting accommodation. Students are falling victim. International students now fall victim to so many scams in accommodation and substandard accommodation, which is Canada is not known for. Okay, that's what he just said. And so, because of that, he's going to announce these measures you're going to hear now, okay, to ensure that Canada does not lose its reputation internationally as a renowned country for quality education. Let's now go on.
Three principal measures. One, a temporary 2-year cap on new international student permits. It is the latest in a series of measures to improve program integrity, set international students up for the success in order to maintain a sustainable level of temporary residence in Canada as well. To ensure that there is no further growth in the number of international students in Canada for 2024, we are setting a national application intake cap for a period of 2 years. For 2024, the cap is expected to result in approximately 364,000 approved study permits, a decrease of 35% from 2023.
Before we go on, you remember the video I did? That was a video I did about some weeks ago. Go and watch my videos. Because I don't like coming on air to hype people. You know, some people will just give you all manner of hope, just to make you like the video and all that. No, I am here to tell you the truth. When some people will say, don't worry, when we get there, you say, I made a video some time ago, and I mentioned in that video that it's not the way they will refuse study visa this year. It's better for you not to waste your money on any agent. It's better you do it yourself if they refuse you. Because after spending millions on agents, it's not as if maybe the agent did not do it well. It's just that this year is like it's going to be tumbom, because everybody will present everything they want, but either they will find fault or they'll just, decide, bam, no, yes, no, yes, So it's better you think about it. I mentioned it. You can see him now. So they have decided deliberately. What of those people since last year they bought courses, they've already gotten admission, they are planning to come this year. What will happen to them? Those are the ones they're talking about. So please be informed.
In the spirit of fairness, we are also allocating the cap space by province based on population, such as that some provinces will see much more significant reductions. We'll continue to work closely with those provinces and territories to put these measures into place, as they will be responsible for determining how the cap is distributed between its designated learning institutions that they have jurisdiction over. I've had productive conversations, in particular with British Columbia and Ontario already, and we all recognize that more needs to be done to protect the integrity of our system while supporting international students. In addition, effective immediately, applicants must provide a provincial attestation with their study permit application. At the same time, the cap will not apply to students in graduate levels of studies, including master's and doctoral students. Those are the people we're looking for. Study permit applications at the elementary and secondary school levels will also be exempt.
So that place, he said, henceforth, with effect immediately from now, if you want to submit your application for study visa in Canada, you have to get clearance from the province. Oh, wahala dey. You have to get clearance from the attestation, we call it, from the province. So that before you even submit your application, the province will they want the provinces to be the ones to cut down the number of students they want, decide who they want. Okay. Hey, voila. Don't go submit your application now and waste your money. Please listen, get information, be informed. There's something interesting ahead. Just let's listen.
Deuxièmement, afin de mieux aligner le programme de permis de travail post-diplôme avec l'intégrité du système, Nous modifions également
Sorry, he also mentioned that that attestation is only for undergraduate and diploma students. It doesn't apply to master's and PhD students or primary and secondary school pupils or students. It's only for undergraduate and diploma students.
les critères d'éligibilité. À partir du 1er septembre 2024, les étudiants internationaux qui commencent un programme d'études faisant partie d'un accord de licence de programme d'études ne seront plus admissibles à un permis de travail post-diplôme après l'obtention de leur diplôme. Dans le cadre de ces accords, les étudiants fréquentent un établissement privé qui a été autorisé à dispenser le programme d'études d'un établissement public associé. Ces programmes ont connu une croissance significative en attirant des étudiants internationaux ces dernières années, bien qu'ils soient moins surveillés que les collèges publics et qui constituent une échappatoire en ce qui concerne l'éligibilité au permis de travail après l'obtention du diplôme. To repeat, as of September 1st of this year, postgraduate work permits will no longer be available to public-private institution models. Thirdly, in the coming...
The second condition, let me explain in case you didn't get it. If you're applying as a postgraduate student in Canada, mind the school, because private schools, private public school, those ones they call private public, they say they are affiliated to, or private schools. If you graduate from such institution, you will not get postgraduate work permits. So be warned. Know the kind of school you want to apply to. Let's go on.
Coming weeks, we'll be announcing that open work permits will only be allowed and be available to spouses of international students enrolled in master's and doctoral programs, as well as professional programs such as medicine and law. Spouses of international students enrolled in other levels of study, including undergraduate and college programs, will no longer be eligible.
Hey, let me just register for this diploma program. Then you come in 2 years diploma program. You bring your husband. You say, henceforth, if you are not on a postgraduate student or PhD or masters or some professional courses like law and medicine, no more open work permit for the spouse.
To be clear, the cap will not apply to applicants within Canada looking to extend their studies, as it wouldn't be fair to prevent someone from finishing the program, nor will the cap have an effect on study permit holders currently in Canada.
Oh, God.
These temporary measures will be in place for 2 years, and the number of new study permit applications that will be accepted in 2025 will be reassessed at the end of this year. Nous continuons en outre à travailler avec les provinces et les territoires, les établissements d'enseignement désignés et les acteurs de l'éducation nationale des réformes plus larges sur l'élaboration d'une voie plus durable pour les étudiants internationaux, y compris la finalisation du cadre des établissements reconnus que j'avais annoncé plus tard l'année dernière. La détermination d'un niveau durable à long terme d'étudiants internationaux et la garantie que les établissements d'enseignement postsecondaire sont en mesure de fournir les niveaux adéquats de logement pour les étudiants. S'appuyant sur d'autres réformes du programme des étudiants étrangers, l'annonce d'aujourd'hui vise à protéger un système qui a ouvert la voie à des abus, ainsi qu'à soutenir une croissance démographique durable au Canada. To be absolutely clear, these measures are not against individual international students. They are to ensure that as future students arrive in Canada, they receive the quality of education that they signed up for and the hope that they were provided in their home countries. It would be a disservice to welcome international students in Canada, knowing not all of them are getting the resources they need to succeed in Canada, and having them return home disillusioned and disappointed in Canada's education system. Allowing bad actors to continue their operations would be a disservice to all the good institutions who pride themselves in providing a top-tier academic experience. Thank you. Looking forward to the questions.
Can you clarify, Minister? Will we see, so right now we have over 1 million foreign students. Are the measures you are unveiling today, does that mean there will be less students as of September, or is it that the increase will be slower? And how many students will we see by the end of this year in Canada?
So you asked sort of 3 things, Marika. Permits are issued on a 3-year basis, so the 1 million number is the number of permits that have been issued over a 3-year period. Those people that are getting out of the 3-year programs will be reflected in, it'll be a reflection of a decrease, a 35% decrease compared to those people that are graduating from these programs. So the net intake will show that decrease of 35%. There's some room there to work with some of the provinces to make sure that they are actually decreasing. But what the cap actually does is twofold. It's a national cap, but it's spread out according by population by province. So some provinces will actually have some room to go up if they so choose, but the provinces that have been most heavily affected will have to decrease by about 50, and perhaps even more than 50% when it comes to new incoming people.
Have you mesuré l'effet concret de cette nouvelle mesure-là sur la pénurie de logements qu'on vit actuellement? Qu'est-ce que ça va changer?
Aujourd'hui, ce n'est pas une annonce en logement. Je parle principalement d'une annonce d'un système de visa qui était désigné pour avoir des gens qui sont très intelligents, des jeunes pour venir ici pour étudier dans le domaine postsecondaire. Évidemment, on sait qu'avec le volume dans certaines provinces, dans certaines villes, il y a eu un impact sur le logement, c'est clair. La diminution du volume va avoir un impact sur les loyers principalement, mais ce n'est pas le cas que du jour au lendemain, les prix et l'abordabilité vont être réglés à cause du fait qu'on a réglé ou qu'on a diminué le nombre d'étudiants internationaux qui s'en viennent au Canada. C'est un élément, c'est un impact, mais
So, the French is speaking there. The lady asked her, what about accommodation problems that international students are having right now in Canada? So he said this reduction in the number of students that will be taken will help to regulate, to help to resolve that problem, because if more students are not coming, the ones that are inside here already will at least have accommodation. They don't have accommodation. They took more than they can, more than they can handle. Like I've already said it. So he said it will be unfair for international students to come here and not get the quality of education, because coming from anywhere, Canada takes the most brilliant of all the countries. And for those people to come here and they don't get the quality of infrastructure they should have in Canada, it's not fair. So this problem, this announcement or this policy, the immediate effect it will have on students is because there will be a reduction. Those around will at least have enough accommodation. Okay, let's go on.
Le motif principal aujourd'hui, c'est d'enrayer un système qui a perdu le contrôle.
Monsieur Mereux,
to manage a system, the main aim behind all of this announcement he made today is to be able to manage a system that has gone out of control. I said it in one video like that.
Monsieur Mereux,
Monsieur.
Québec, on fait les choses un peu différemment. Quel est l'impact de cette annonce sur le Québec? Comment ça va affecter le Québec?
Le cap s'applique au Québec, mais il reste qu'au Québec, il y a du lest, il y a de la place. Et le Québec, en théorie, aura la capacité d'augmenter. Ce sera le cas aussi pour les territoires, pour l'Alberta et la Saskatchewan. Vous avez juste...
So listen now, this one is interesting. Though. You can pick this information. The guy asked him, say, what about Quebec? Is it this rule? You know, they have their own ways of doing things as if they are not in Canada. So is it going to affect them too? Do they apply? Does it apply to them? He said, Quebec, yes, it applies to everybody in Canada, every province, but each province like Quebec can decide to take more if they have the capacity, because they're trying to regulate population. So he mentioned, do you hear the places he mentioned? He mentioned Saskatchewan, he mentioned Alberta, that these places, they are less populated, so they can decide to take more. It depends on them if they have the capacity. So this is an information for you. If you insist that you must come to Canada, if you check all the conditions and you think that you need to try to come to Canada, then work with this information you're getting from this video, okay?
Juste à prendre les chiffres que j'ai cités aujourd'hui, sortez vos calculatrices, puis regardez les populations dans les provinces pour voir un peu où le problème réside. Mais c'est clair qu'en ce qui a trait aux chiffres, c'est disproportionné dans certaines provinces, dont la Nouvelle-Écosse, au Nouveau-Brunswick, en Ontario, puis en Colombie-Britannique.
So these places is mentioned, those that I already mentioned, Ontario, New Brunswick, Again, yes, Nova Scotia, all those places you mentioned that they are already highly densely populated. These other places, they've already agreed. They are working with them already to ensure that they reduce population. In fact, he mentioned it earlier that if possible, more than 50%. So mind where you apply. If you insist that you still want to come to Canada as an international student this year, then you have to work with this information. Listen over and over again and work with it.
Monsieur Miller, est-ce que...
Monsieur. Okay, my dear girl, my correct people, this is it. This is it. That is the latest update on Canada study visa. God will help you. God will help those who want to try this year. It's going to be hard, but nothing is impossible. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. I'll see you again in my next video. Don't forget, this is Dora Vlog. Please subscribe and also share. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me. If you follow me, then we become friends. Thank you. Bye.